do this shit again. Uh-oh. It's 10:01. Nice. All right, we'll get started in a minute. All right. No. Man, you know what I want to do? I want to have like a 5-hour game. 5-hour game class where we just talk about game. Don't really want to do this with you guys today online, everybody, just so you know. So I hope we make it worth it, because maybe the end today. I like your style. Do we have people lined up? All right, get ready to go, okay? Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah, yeah. Oh, down. Who's that? Savio. It's gold. But that's okay. You gotta be able to wear both. It's one of my favorites. Check it out. Only a few people can wear that. You're a serial killer. The poet is serial killer. Jason, those guys. Hey, look at those. Halloween, Jason. Study those guys. That's the code. Serial killer of a movie. Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chainsaw Massacre. Watch them. You're the real merchant. For the demons, they face that. You're a serial killer. Yeah. You should keep playing our game. Well, you can. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. All right, everybody, welcome. I'm actually excited to do this, which is great. I'm AZD. This is IMC Nation, International Ministers of Christ Worldwide. And we're here to help out for the next 2 hours. I'm going to be talking to you about any problems that you have, whether it's a mindset issue, goals, purposes, relationships, communication, fitness, and stuff like that. Finances, okay? And the reason why I'm doing this is some time ago, the book, the Holy Bible, and Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, and the God in this book became very real to me, and it gave me everything that I want in life. Okay, and now I'm a follower of Christ, and I follow the straight and narrow path, and I'll be helping you using this book today. Okay, and you're gonna see it works. All right, so let's get started. We have till 12 o'clock, and we got some great people in the house. We had probably one of the greatest nights last night ever for me to go out with you guys. It was fun, and it's just gonna get more and more and more fun as everybody begins to understand the story that we're in and what we're doing, how important it is to us, to the world, to everything, you know, and we're really lucky to be here. So anyways, let's get started. And who's on? Let's go.
Vargas.
Chris Vargas. That's another Vargas. A lot of Vargas is going on. A lot of Vargas is going on. What's up, man? Oh, new glasses. They say, hey,
Hello.
man. What's up, bro?
Hey, I'm doing I'm glad I'm speaking to you, number one. I'm doing a 16-hour shift right now. I'm still working, but I'm ducked off in the corner. And I wrote something down. I wanted to ask you this for a while. And yeah, I work around a lot of very attractive women as a security guard, and just I need like a few touch-ups on my mentality, really, and like what I should do. And what my biggest issue is impotence, where I would see someone and then I would just get reminded, oh, what if, well, I'll weigh down the positives and the negatives, and I'm at the end of it, I'm just like, it's not worth it. And then I have a feeling of impotence where I just can't do anything, of lack, and I'm like scared to make mistakes. But I know I can do it, and when I see other men and how they're treating women, I'm like, they suck. Like, they're not doing what they're supposed to.
Right.
But something inside me just pulls me back.
You got it. Something inside of you does pull you back. Where is it inside of you? Where do you feel it pull you? Is it your stomach or chest or your head?
It feels like it's my head, but then my whole body just stiffens, and then my voice. Like I remember, like I work in downtown Orlando, and essentially it's just a bunch of girls in clubs, and that's where it's at. And I go outside, and I'm not always shy, but then I become shy depending on the situation.
I can help you. I can help you really fast. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask some questions, and if you answer them, it'll be really fast. Okay, so the first question is: it starts in your head, and then it goes to your body. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so when it starts in your head, does it start in the middle, left, or right, or where in the head do you first get that initial before it goes down?
I mean, center right. If I would like think about it right now.
Yeah, think about it. You're gonna locate it and you're gonna get rid of it. It's something external put in you. It's an entity, okay, and it pulls you back. So where do you locate it? In the middle, somewhere in the center?
Yeah, in the center. I'll say it's in the center.
What color is it?
I'll say it's orange, red.
Orange? Orange?
Something, yeah.
Does it, when it starts, does it like spark or does it smoke or does it swirl? How does it begin? How does it begin?
Well, the emotion will go to my stomach.
Yeah. Okay, so it starts in your stomach, then it goes up?
It comes down from the thought and then to my stomach, and then it will go up if you want to think about it, like location.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes here and then it goes down and it goes up and down like this.
Yeah.
And then does it go faster and then picks up anxiety when it goes faster?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You just spot it.
Yeah, exactly. So it goes like this and then it goes like that. Now, when it goes up and down, what color is it? When it starts to go down originally, what color is it?
I mean, I don't see a color if you're really asking.
Yeah. I want to see what you see. Is it black? What is it that you see move? Well, how do you perceive it? If it's not a color, what is it that moves? Because something's moving, right? How would you describe I said color, but what could it be? What else can you describe it at?
I see what you're saying.
Think of
I
it as
would
energy.
describe it as impotence.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the name of
I try to look for words.
Right. So it starts in your head. Does it start as a word, impotence? Or does it start as a spark? Or, you know what I mean? It starts somewhere. You're going about your day, you see a fine girl or whatever, and then you begin to, whatever the internal process, as you begin to move, boom, it starts in the head, right? At that moment, it's
Yeah.
in the center of the head, you said. And in that center of the head, is it orange, you say, or is it's not a color? What is it in the center of the head? When it first starts?
I mean, it just feel it's a feeling where I just feel like I wish I can, but I know I can.
But something is pulling you back. I'm showing you. It starts in the middle of the head, right?
Correct.
Right. And if you were going to describe when it moves down and up, right? What would I see if I'm looking at it, or what would I smell, or what perceptions, right? What is it? It goes here, and then when it moves, what do you see? What does it look like or feel like? Oh, give me that. We have
Well,
to see
maybe
what
I
this
don't see anything because then I just return to my normal self, like my comfortable level.
right now. You do. What do you mean? So when it starts here, then you look for it, and you go back to your normal self. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I try to ignore she's
No,
passed
don't
by
ignore it.
and the
No, don't ignore it
opportunity.
right now. Right now, we're not going to ignore it. Later on, you can ignore it. Right now, we're going to see it. So it starts in the middle of the head. Imagine talking to some fine girls or something. And then when it moves down, what do you see, or how would you describe this thing going down? What is it? Is it like a water going down? Is it like an energy going down? Is it like a snake going down? Is it like a fucking, you're taking a shit from your head to your stomach? What is it? How does it go
It's
down?
like
What's the movement?
drinking. It's like a hot water, like a hot
Ah,
liquid. Like it's
there you
yeah,
go. And is it drip, or does it pour? How does it go?
yeah. It drips. Like I would say, it feels like it's just filling up slowly.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
My
And
whole body.
if it's filling up, right? Does it have a color of this thing filling up, or no? If it was a, you know, liquid, what would it look like as it's filling up? What color would it be?
I mean, I'll describe it as black because I'm associating it as negative.
Yeah, I see it as black, just so you know. It is black. So it drop, but it's hot. Is it hot? Like a hot drip?
If the anxiety's with it, yes, absolutely. Like it's
Okay.
like
No, no, there's
a
no anxiety.
fear.
What's first before anxiety? What's the first drip? What's the feeling of that?
Maybe fear and like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm like pressure. Like
Yeah.
there's this want.
Yeah. So look, you see every word you're using: fear, pressure, impotence, whatever, right? I want you to think of each word as like a bad spirit. Just try what I'm saying. Each word as a bad spirit that enters. And it's a family. They work together. Okay, like a gang, right?
Yep.
Demons work in gangs. They go together like that. And the whole body, everybody's body is taken over all the time, right? It happens because of many things. But first, let's just look, because first of all, right? If you yourself hold any darkness inside, now let me explain what that means. If you know what's right, and then you take a step off of it, just a little bit, right? That opens the door for this to go in. Okay? Does that make any sense what I'm saying, or does that sound like crazy?
Yes. I would
It makes
say
sense.
that I would walk into spirit, like you're saying, where I would not need to think, but I would just
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Okay. So now listen to this. So a thought enters, right? And a thought enters or comes up. These are the ways we describe it. A thought enters, a thought comes to me, a thought comes up. I suddenly had a thought. Every time we're describing this, we're describing something coming in, something coming up, having it, and we're always describing it outside. Okay, we're describing it as water, like it comes in, I got it comes up, it continues to go, it tells me, we're always referring to it, right? Do you see that?
Yes.
So if you're referring to it, then that means, and it's true, that means you are not it, because you're also saying, I know I can do it. Ready? The same it. I know I can do it, but it holds me back. Or you say, something holds me back. I know I can do it. Something holds me back. You're right. All that is proper language. Now, if you misjudge that, which everybody does, and go, I'm holding me back, I don't think so, because you're not using the words of that. You're using something outside. Or if you say, I'm just kind of stuck. Okay, you might be stuck, but why? Why am I stuck if I'm trying to move forward? What if, just what if, that anxiety is a spirit from the outside, right? That begins to move through my system and create chemical reactions so that I have anxiety. Then that's going to turn into fear. And then I start thinking about impotence. Now, check this out. Demons feed off of negative energy. And everybody could know that. It makes sense. Or another way to say that would be like in the human world. If you hang out with people that are negative, they feed off your negative energy. They spark up bullshit, right? Like if you go out with people that get drunk, but they're not clean in the heart, they're going to cause trouble at some point, right? So last night, Gio, he's one of the disciples here, right? He's very clean. He's moving up real fast. Last night, I told him his training, it was training. His training last night at the strip club was to get drunk and get dirty and nasty. Okay, isn't that crazy? Yeah. Now check this out. To get there, there's been weeks and weeks of him doing the opposite, showing up, and when a girl is dancing on him, for him not to have any lust, and that's difficult for a guy, right? Like you would, right? So he goes through all that, but at some point yesterday in the training, I could tell he was worried that one day he might make a wrong move and then be back in hell again. He doesn't want back. Let me tell you, when you're free of all that shit, you never want to go back, right? I have no anxiety, I have no fear, I have no doubt, nothing, okay, for real. He didn't want to fall prey to the wrong side, right? But as I'm the teacher, so I was like, listen, you got this. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to go out tonight, you're going to get fucked up tonight, okay? Now, if you fuck up real bad, and tomorrow you're trash and you can't recover, well, then good for you. Burn your hell, motherfucker. All right? Don't fuck around with this shit. However, if you could do that and you're totally okay and totally clean, all right, then you never, ever have to worry about that shit ever again. You could just be free and express yourself. Why? Because you're not holding yourself back because you're afraid you're going to do something wrong. Okay, now let's go to you. Okay? That was not me. That was you. I'll tell you what I mean by that. Here's what happens. When you move forward towards the girl, there's a thought, and tell me if it's wrong or right. There's a thought that you may do something wrong that would violate the person. Is that true?
Absolutely. And then I become serious.
Yes, because you're a good person. And you don't want to do, just like him, you don't want to take the wrong step, right? And you're not sure because it's too difficult to read the woman at this point. Like, I don't know, like she's, so for sure, I don't want to do the wrong thing, so I'm going to pull back. Now, impotence is important because he kept saying that. Impotence is when a man's dick doesn't get hard, and 100% of the guys have it these days, okay? And there's something about that. You see, when you said impotence, you weren't talking about sex. You were talking about movement. Am I right? Like, you weren't talking about movement. Just dick, right? That's important for you to know, because I knew that was the name of the main one. Here's why. If you're such a good person, right, and you really don't want to do the wrong thing, there's one way for sure you won't foul up if your dick doesn't work. So you could imagine, you know what would be incredible? First, that every time a rapist tried to rape, his dick wouldn't get hard, right? Also, another one. Every time a rapist wanted to go rape somebody, suddenly he was struck with fear and got stuck in his motion. Another one. Every time he's about to even think about a woman, doubt hits him that he might go to hell, right? So all of those things, they're for bad people. They're not good for good people. Yeah, you know that. So then why is it that now you're suffering? And I'll tell you why, okay? And here's the thing. This is why. Now, everything I'm telling you, bro, actually comes from the Bible. Okay, straight up. I can teach you 1,000 different ways, but this is the best, the strongest language that'll get rid of it. When I'm talking demons, I'm talking Jesus Christ. When I'm talking about foul spirits, I'm talking about Jesus Christ. I'm talking about your heart, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, okay? And it's all true. Now, check this out. Also, in the same book, if a man sins, and I'll explain that in a minute, okay? It's not what you think. But if a man sins, when he sins, he goes to hell. And that's just the end of it. Okay, that's just the end of it. All right? It's not a little sin or a big sin, right? I was watching some Catholic church thing, and their exorcists have this thing. They call it a mortal sin. And they describe a mortal sin as something like you know is wrong, you did it willingly, and it really hurt somebody. All right, well, guess what, bro? If you know it's wrong and you did it, you might as well be a fucking murderer to me. I don't care if you took a gum from me. If you took a fucking piece of gum from me, all right? That today it's a gum, tomorrow it's a shoe, next day it's this, then it's a girlfriend, then it's my life. So fuck that, all right? And that's why when you go to those churches, right, you end up having more demons in you than ever, because the motherfucker helping he's dirty. He's fucking dirty, okay? To sit in this position, you have to have pure heart. Now, the way you're speaking from the very beginning, the way and the sound of your speech, I know right away that you're a righteous man. I know right away you're a son of God. I know for sure you're clean. That's why, yeah, you see that? There it is. So you will actually accept impotence to not hurt people, which is dope. It's not bad. It's not bad, okay? Because you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to make a wrong move towards a girl because you actually love women and you don't want to hurt them. And then you also said in your speech, I see how other men treat women and, whoa, what the hell, right? You're right. In your speech, as you speak, there's levels of speech, right? And I'm hearing the spirit level of it. So the spirit level of it is very clean. You also on the spirit level said that you're being held back and this and that. It's more than one. It's like they're working as gangs. Okay, they don't go in alone. So now, if all that makes sense, now what? Okay, well, it's very simple. The first thing is you have to recognize if you're going to do what I do, you're going to be here, and you're going to have this power. You have to understand. First, it starts like this. There's a battle going on all the time, and it's evil versus good. Okay, dark versus light. We know this. And they distract us, right? On a bigger level, that's actually what's going on. That's in this book and every other holy book, right? So if it's a spiritual battle, right? Then you're actually having a spiritual problem. And you are. So on a spiritual level, you have foreign living beings who can speak, because you hear their voices, who can move, you can feel their movement, enter and go and do all kinds. It's crazy shit, man. That's why the psychologists can't get anywhere. That's why the schools can't get anywhere, because they don't use the right language, so you can't see it, right? So the right language is that, because it's like bacteria in the body, but in the spirit, bacteria is what? Demons or spirits, shades, and there's a bunch of names, different kinds, right? And those, when they enter, have sentences. They give you words, right? So the Holy Spirit has given this man here a gift of being able to hear it and just undoing some of the contracts you've made to allow these entities to take hold and stay as a residence, right? You're allowing them to be there. Now, I don't want you to say it out loud, but I want you to think about it, okay? Don't say it out loud. I want you to think about it, okay? In regards to women, in regards to not hurting them and all that righteousness, in regards to all that, right? Don't say it. What are you doing in your private time, thinking or feeling in your private time that no one knows, right? That you are ashamed of? If you know that you're engaged in some activity that you don't want it known, you see those beautiful women? If they find out that you think or feel or do whatever the fuck it is, right? It would be so bad for your reputation. But here's what's interesting. Even that idea or thought that's so shameful, even that's not you. That's why you hold it in shame. Because if it was you, you'd be like, well, fuck it, whatever it is, right? It's not. So when a person is so susceptible to these things and they stay in there, the first step, and there's way more, but this is the quick steps right now. The first step is to take a look. There's something that you're doing or not doing privately or have done right? That you're really ashamed of and you don't want it known. It's dirty. It's dirty. You understand? Men do dirty shit growing up because they don't have a fucking role model. They don't know there's a God. They follow the wrong fucking people. So we all do shit. I've heard all kinds of shit you won't even believe. I've heard people fuck Gatorade bottles as adults. I've heard guys go into their mom's room, mother's room, and smell her underwear in the fucking drawer and get turned on, right? Yeah, like, listen, but after a while, you start differentiating between people and evil spirits, right? And then that's what Jesus said, judge not, right? And for you or anybody to be sitting here, you actually have to go through all that shit, clean that shit up, right? And just get it right. Now, I never did dirty shit like that. I was a different kind of child. However, I did get subjected to all that shit. And when I was in the situation with peer pressure, right, I still took a wrong step for me. I didn't go as far as they went. Example, right? One time I was bodyguard for this guy in LA, and he was like a major drug guy. I didn't know. He was a Cuban drug lord or some shit, right? And I end up being his bodyguard that night, right? Well, guess what? They opened this club in LA. We go upstairs. Bro, this guy is one of the nastiest, ugliest, most disgusting human beings you've ever seen in your life, okay? He's a fucking fat, nasty, dirty. He looked like a fucking Pumbaa, a warthog. Remember, is that Pumbaa? Right? The one like that. Yeah, Lion King. Yeah. But ready? Make him fatter, right? And this fucking blob is at my fucking friend's house. I go visit in LA, and he's like sleeping at like 2 p.m. And I walk in and I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? Anyways, let me wrap it up. The point is, right? We ended up going out. This guy was like a major drug dealer, right? Major. I had the coolest movie night, bro. Switching cars, ending up with gun in my face, running out of a fucking room. Oh man, it was crazy, right? But there's one thing that sticks out in my mind when I think back about that night. It was like this. They gave us a table, and he laid down cocaine on the table in front of everybody. And I don't do that shit, but I'm sitting next to him, right? And the finest woman you could ever imagine came up and started doing coke, sitting around, making out with him. And there was a girl, and she was doing coke. And she like fell and started foaming. And I was like, oh, like what the fuck's happening, right? And then they kind of removed her. This shit stuck in my heart somewhere. I didn't say nothing about it, didn't do nothing about it, right? So I didn't do the coke, but that for me was too wrong to just sit, right? It's little things like that or big things that will stay in your heart. And then at night, at the end of the night, right? Then that, if it's not handled the next day, is now activated. It calls another spirit in. Now someone gets upset. After a while, they build a house inside you. The way to clean the house, what I recommend is read here. Let me show you something. Okay, I'm going to pick up Sermon on the Mount from Jesus. Watch. This is when Jesus came back and he gave a sermon, right? Just listen to these words real quick, okay? Which one?
I do remember.
Yeah.
From one of your videos, you were saying that people create real estate in your mind, and I've found that to be so true because I have friends and they depend on me, but I don't get nothing in return, and it seems like I have to hold the burden.
Listen, those things keep the demons there. You want to stop relying on your friends, okay? They're fucked up. They're dirty. First, you got to get yourself clean. So you got to overcome the world, bro. And what does that mean? It means you don't want anything from nobody. Then you watch how free you are. And it sounds crazy. I'm going to be, yeah, but you see, it makes sense to you? Like, I don't want nothing from nobody, bro. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not just nothing. It sounds nuts, but as a man, how dope is that, right? And you know how attractive that is to women also? Like a man that just don't give a fuck about what the fuck they have or want. And I'm just, you're just out sharing the goodness that you have. You have goodness in you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your security. You know, when I go to places and they have security with my girlfriends, I always say that's insecurity, not security. Right? Hey, like you're standing around security, but insecure. You don't want that. All right. Now, step by step, whoever brought you here, come back tonight for a free class when I have it. Whoever brought him here, I'm going to be more advanced. Okay. Then you hear the language. It's really dope. For now, I want you to pick up the New Testament, read it without trying to understand it. Let the words, just like a poet, just see what it feels like, because the words have so much light in them that it starts to feel different. Okay. Then, and moving forward, your only task is, you have one task right now, to find out if God is real and if there is good and evil in the world. Start there. First, observe.
Well, having a
Yeah.
cult understanding with the world, and we need to move forward and get out of the cycles of humanity. And I have this,
Yeah.
I have this understanding of like good and evil, yin and yang. There, without one, there's no the other, and other different things. And I guess I'm getting into the alchemical part, where I remember you were saying all your conclusions in your mind that you create is already who you are. And I need to move forward like that. I need to be more, have more
Yeah,
faith.
but you can't do that when you have spirits holding you back, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah. So right now, wherever you go, the negative spirits in you are going to pull you. And the way you fight with that is you don't fight them, because they're too, listen, you and I are not equipped to fight demons. Okay, we could barely fight a human. So it's not a joke. It's real shit. So the way you do it is you allow the angels or the Holy Spirit to fight for you. In order for that to happen, you have to turn towards the light and not at the dark anymore, right? So every time the darkness comes, instead of going into it, try to figure it out, turn towards the light. What does that mean? Okay, you're feeling fucking nervous, whatever that anxiety, that drip, whatever the fuck happens next time, stop. Don't do anything. Observe, and then just do this and see what happens. Just realize that there's good and evil, that you're good, that you come from good. Good is God, and He doesn't want you to suffer like that. And if anybody could fuck that motherfucker up inside of you, it's Him and His commander and His angels, which would be Jesus and the people under Him, right? That's how I fight it.
Sure.
That's how I'm doing it right now, just so you know. It gives me the sight that I need, and I can see it. And each person that's around me, including you, gets a gift from the Holy Spirit when you clean up, for sure. And you become like a superhero, bro. And I don't know what your power is going to be, but it will be a power that will help you on earth, which is hell, right? Defeat the darkness around you. And that is for sure. Because there's nothing else going on earth. There's no careers, there's no singers, there's no music, there's no fighters, there's no anything. It's all a lie. None of that is real. Listen, none of that. That is an illusion. There is no singer. Where? There is no actor. Where? I watch, I don't see anybody acting. I hear, but I don't hear anybody singing, right? I hear a bunch of prostitutes walking around, tuning their voice. To tune your voice does not make you a singer. You know why? Auto-tunes came out, remember? And beat all of them. And all the bitches were like, I don't like auto-tune. Bitch, you are auto-tune. You are auto-tuned when you were speaking. When one sings from the heart. When one speaks from the heart. When one cooks, he cooks from the heart. When one fucks, he doesn't fuck from the heart. He does everything else from the heart. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? It looks like that's going on. But if you notice, the celebrities go up and down, businesses go up and down. Like it doesn't, you can't grasp anything in this world. You get it, it's gone. Stocks up and down. Like, what is happening? Exactly. This is not it. This is to tempt you into missing the cross this way, up. Now, the one thing that's real for sure is you, me, him, her, everybody has suffering inside, thoughts they don't want, feelings they don't want, and they feel like they're being held back from their life. Now, I wonder why everybody feels like that no matter what. That seems to be very fucking real, actually. Very, very real. It's also very real that all of our parents failed, every single one of them. And I find that fascinating that I can talk to 1 trillion people and their parents failed. And the ones that say, no, my parents were great, they weren't. In fucking 5 minutes, you can see how not great their fucking parents were, right? So there's a real problem. There's a real problem. The solution starts by knowing somebody created this. It didn't happen by accident. That's just pure bullshit. And whoever created it also recognized there was an evil and a good. All right? It's in everywhere. Once that happens, you have to make a decision. Are you good or are you evil? And in the Bible, it says, you shall not worship two gods at the same time. Because if you're evil, you can't be like, well, I'm a son of God, but sometimes I sin. And people go, you don't sin? No. What the fuck? What does that even mean? Like, I don't do the wrong thing, right? Yogi Chris had a great example. If 2 plus 2 equals 4, and I know it's 4, tell me why in the world I would ever write 5 or 3, right? And if I make my decisions in my day, I don't need to make giant decisions, bro. I don't understand why people act like they have to make giant decisions. Live your fucking life according to your fucking life. What is this big ass decision everybody's making? Right? I got this big decision to make. Well, then fucking forget about it. It's too big for you. You're fucking, you're being crushed under the weight of a decision. Maybe, just maybe, Eve, you shouldn't eat the fucking apple yet. Right? Maybe that's too much for you, Eve. All right? And so what's happened to you and every other man that I see, and this is what I'm doing here, is they've become addicted to Eve. And Eve has given them this apple. And now to fix it, they're trying to eat all the apples on the tree. Okay?
Yeah.
And you and I, we're not designed for that knowledge. We would have to know so much about everything in the world to fucking make a decision. Like everything. And not what they tell us, that clouds are precipitation and the sun is a ball of fucking whatever. Hey, you know what? Go fuck yourself with that. All right? It ain't working for nobody. All right? That's no good for me to know that. I want to know about my life. You frozen? Yes.
No, I can hear you. My
Okay.
turn.
I think you got the basic idea. Are you going to be able to make it to class tonight?
I might be sleeping. I really want to.
Yeah. What time do you normally go to sleep when you work?
Well, today I go back to work at 11 p.m. and I'm leaving, going home, sleeping at 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're working all night, so you got to sleep. All right. So,
Yes, sir.
You know what we could do? We could send you the video. Can you watch it when you're working or no? On breaks?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So, okay. Well, who's going to send it to him? I don't know who's talking to him. Okay.
I was talking
so
to Chris. Okay.
Yeah, he'll do it. Okay. All right. All right, bro. So watch it, see how the class goes, and then show up again tomorrow. All right. And then we'll figure it out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Hey, you sound good. You look better. Do you feel better right now?
I feel great, man. Thank you. Because I see that all those things are separate of me.
They're not you, bro. They're designed to keep the Son of God from fulfilling his purpose in life.
But then I feel shame or like embarrassment if I really am who I am.
Listen, that shame and embarrassment is not a demon. But first, like I said before, all of us have to clean up. Like in Buddhism, it's like karma. We've all done things that were not right. We've mistreated people, whatever that is. That's what I was saying. It could be a small thing, it could be a big thing. But first thing you got to do, it's called repent, which is what? There's ways to do it, but you don't got to go anywhere. You got to just be by yourself. You got to recognize there's God, and you got to come to terms that, you know what? I've been acting wrong, and I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm willing to give it all up to be right. At that moment, something happens. Now, you don't suddenly become perfect, but suddenly the light enters. From here, you start living your life observing, and it will do what it's doing for me every day. It will continue to clean you out and give you new layers of eyesight and then suddenly you're looking at your life and it's so good that you could have never imagined it being this good. Even if I imagined I couldn't come up with this much, bro, and it keeps happening. And I used to in the beginning be like, well, what if it goes away? That's another little fucking doubt. Gone. I don't deal with that shit. Okay? Fuck all that, bro. Okay? Life's too short for you to sit around and worry about fucking, talking to a girl or some shit. Like, what? Are you kidding me? That's weird. Don't get caught up in the thought. Just move in. You know what? If you need to go say hi to her, you just go, hey, how you doing? Good. Have a great night. That's it. Move on. Okay? Next time fucking happens, chair, hi. And she doesn't say hi, say have a great night. Your security, don't fucking give a shit. Right? Hi, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? Having a great night? Enjoy your night. Don't go further. Just get the words out and get comfortable speaking so you could stop your speech if you wanted to and you're not going to get caught. And you just say the natural, polite greeting. That's it. Don't move forward. Don't try to get the girl. I don't try to get girls, but I get a lot of girls. But I don't try to get them. It's a mistake. They come to you, and if they don't, then you're at the level you are to practice being free to communicate yourself. Because the way you get a girl, right, is you show her your unique light that God gave you. That's just yours, right? And that's it. And that's the most attractive thing any person could ever do, okay? It's also friends. Like, let's say you were friends with Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Spider-Man, and Black Panther, right? It would be sick to be sitting in that group and have a power and be like, those are my fucking homies, right? Good. And because they have superpowers. And you don't want to be like them, they don't want to be like you, but you want to fucking be fighting, right? So it's the same thing. Each man is given a certain light, a certain ability. Once he gets it, he starts speaking. He's not supposed to get every woman. Shit, there's so many women, they need help. They'll come to you, okay? Step by step. All right, bro. See you soon then.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. My pleasure. Talk to you soon. Next.
We have Joseph.
Hello, hello.
Hey, you're back. What's up?
Hey man, I feel very good. I feel very, very good. I have one question that isn't really about the Bible or about the experience, but first I just want to share that I'm a lot calmer. Every thought is just bullshit, and I'm not entertaining them as much anymore.
Excellent.
I'm not thinking about stuff that I want, and I'm just putting my trust into the right unveiling of time. And thank you for that also.
You're welcome. That's awesome, bro. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I realized that it's fucking time to not just beat myself up about stuff, but also say that something is right and something is wrong. So
Right.
yeah, it's important to have that belief in oneself also, like not judge everything all the time.
Yeah,
So,
I want to say something about that because it's a curse they put on the world. Everybody, listen, everyone. These words, it doesn't mean you meant it. I just want everyone to know this curse. Okay, you are to never believe in yourself. Everybody, they tell you to believe in yourself. What do you mean? I'm curious how I would believe. I just want you to understand. I'm going to sit here right now, everybody, and I'm going to do this. Ready? I'm going to believe. You've never worked out these words, and they sound so great. For you guys, got to believe in yourself. Believe in one. Shut the fuck up. Let me try to believe in myself. Here we go. Application of belief in oneself. Okay. I believe. What does that mean? I believe they're like Santa Claus. Like, what does that mean? Like, I like me. Is that what I'm trying to say? Or I feel that I deserve. Like, what does it mean? Can you explain to me what it means to believe in oneself? I would like to know from people. What do you think it means? I want to ask people. What does it mean to believe in oneself to you?
in the sense that you are like explaining it or saying now it's bullshit because those are just thoughts like that are happening, and that's bullshit because that's an illusion.
So how does one believe in oneself? How do you do it? That sounds good. How does one do it?
Okay, the way that it can't be said by these words, but I completely
You're getting choppy. We can't hear you, bro. You're choppy right now. We can't hear you. It's like this.
I always had the needed to occupy myself with something, and in the sense I wasn't built alone, and in the it's done.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your reception. We can't hear you. Go to a better reception because we can't hear you anymore. You go on. Okay, let's go out. I want to see what belief in oneself means. Okay, span it out real quick. Let's see. All right. Somebody typed Mostafa was his name, right? Where's Mostafa? You want to talk about what belief in oneself means, bro? Without, you could keep your camera off. But what does it mean to believe in oneself?
Hi.
Hey, what does it mean to believe in oneself?
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for having me. So
You're
just
welcome.
quickly, I have a different take on this because
Yeah, I wanna
the
hear
way
it.
it's a little bit different because what I think about it is that you only believe in what you don't know. Like I know that you have tattoos on your body. That's something that I know,
You don't
right?
have to believe that.
But yes, exactly. Thank you so much.
Right.
So
So my
my take on
question is when people say to believe in yourself and they say it to help people and it sounds good and it's got some kind of emotion normally behind it, right? And people are like, yes, you
yes,
know what? Just need to believe in myself. You're right. Here's my tattoos. You don't have to have a belief. What I'm asking is, what does it mean and how does one apply believing in oneself? Can you explain that to me?
okay. In addition to what I've mentioned, as we both agree, believing is following something that is not a fact. So since believing in yourself, this means that you are you are looking forward to your future self, which you know that it's not a fact right now, but it could be in the near future. So it's like having faith in that future image to
So would I be
fruition.
having faith? Would I be having faith in myself? Or would I be having faith in what? Because now you're saying to believe in oneself is to have faith in your future self. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's do this. Everybody ready? Have faith in your future self. Okay, I can do that. I think things get better. It gives me a little bit of a breath. If someone convinces me that in the future I can be better, there's a little bit of a hope there. I just don't think it's that important. And I think it's not going to work very good, actually. Okay? Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Fuck believing in
Yeah.
yourself. Stupid shit. Do you have a question, bro?
Yes, I actually do have a question.
Yeah.
So from my point of view is that I see the reason for having a woman in your life, or to be more specific, a wife, is it's not okay. Like, of course, family and all of that. Yes, definitely, that's something important. But you see people who don't give birth to kids, but they're still married and they're still together. So that made me question in regards to what's the real like point behind marriage or having a woman in your life. So I came to a conclusion that it could be that the main reason of having a woman or a wife in your life is that it's companionship. And the reason behind that is that I think that you as a man, you are capable to be alone, but you are not capable to be lonely for a long period of time. So what's your take on that? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, actually. So first of all, where you came to that conclusion that it was woman, blah, 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 right? Where did you get that idea from, you think?
Well, long story short,
Yeah.
I got deployed recently in the army, so I had a lot of time alone, and I'm currently single, but I was engaged before I get deployed, and that was like 1 year ago.
You were engaged and then when you went to the army and you divorced or you stopped or what?
No, I was no, like technically I was about to get engaged to a woman, but
Yeah.
unfortunately
What
things didn't go quite well.
happened?
There was like misconceptions and misagreements between my family and her family. So unfortunately, it didn't end up quite well.
Right. So what I'm hearing a lot of misinformation and wrong information as you speak, just so you know that. Okay. So let me break down a few things for everybody. And we don't need to break them down too much for you, but I just want to hear you're way off. Okay. And here's why.
Okay.
Your family and her family have nothing to do with you and her, first of all.
Yes, I totally agree, but it's just because I'm a Muslim and I live in Cairo, Egypt, so the culture is a little bit different from
You're
somewhere
a
in the West.
Muslim?
Like,
You're a Muslim?
yeah,
You're a Muslim?
yeah,
Are you
yes,
you practice yourself a man of God as a Muslim or no?
yes,
For sure. Okay, good. So we can talk about that. Was she a Muslim?
yes, of course, yeah.
Good. So if she's a Muslim and you're a Muslim, right? The next step would be what for you to engage her? Would you have to go talk to her parents or something?
Yes, you go to her parents to propose to like ask for her hand,
Yeah.
but
Did you do that? Did you do that?
yes, yes, I did
Nice.
that, but what happened next is that because one of the things that must happen is like both families what's the word, need to like connect and like agree together
Right.
that or
Is
like be
that part,
accepting of each other.
is that in the, I don't know, so I'm asking you, in the Quran, is that what the messenger of the Quran says? That's how properly one should get married? Or is that something that just happened in the culture? Is that what in the Quran says to get married like that with women? Or is that a cultural?
Yes, yes, you must like ask her to be more specific even, you must ask her father for for marrying his daughter and
Okay,
his
that's in your book.
like his answer is
That's in your
very
book.
very important.
That's in your book. That's in Quran. It says
Yes,
to do that.
yes,
I see. And you did that.
yes, I did that. Yeah.
And then when the families didn't agree, the Quran says if that happens, don't get married.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure in regards to that specifically, but it is preferred that both families are accepting and agreeing with each other. That's what's preferred.
Preferred or referred? What did you say?
No, not according to culture, but according to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And yeah, that's it. So
So does he say what happens if they don't agree in the book? I just want
yes,
you to follow the book.
you like try again to find like a middle ground between like the two families, but if that didn't work, then it's better to not continue.
Perfect. So you did all that?
Yes.
Well, then you're good. What's the problem? Moving on to the next one.
Yes,
If you follow the, there should be no
understand,
suffering.
but okay, well, I think you are you're not able to fully get the picture because
Yeah, help
I
me get
didn't
it. Help me get it.
actually explain what happened after that. I don't want to take much of your time, to be honest, but
No, I want this time. I want this. I'm curious. If you have the time, I have the time. I want to know
okay,
about this.
thank you,
So what happened?
thank you.
If you listen,
Okay, so
if you're following the book perfectly, I'm very interested. So you do it. You go to see your dad. What's the problem?
So what happened was actually something a little bit different. So after what happened with both families, again, as I mentioned to you, we we made a decision that okay, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And we respectfully withdrew from that. But what happened is that after that, I met someone else who is number one. She is not a Muslim. She's actually also not Egyptian. She's Brazilian. But fast forward in regards to the what happened, like well, we texted and talked for a bit, and then she left Egypt. She was visiting Egypt with her family and such. We kept talking for a little bit, but not so much because again, as I mentioned, I was deployed in the army. But we kept talking like back and forth when I come back for a vacation or something. Long story short, after a short period of time, I knew that that other woman got engaged. Honestly speaking, I was like sad a little bit, but again, as a man, I respectfully texted her that since you are engaged, then I respect your man and I respect myself too. And I'm not going to be talking or like texting you or ever talking to you
Nice.
again.
Let me
And-
help you. Let me help you. Let me help you with women to do that better. Okay? Next time, you don't say, I respect you and your man and I respect myself. Fuck her man. Okay? Here's what you, no, because it's incorrect what you're saying. Okay? Here is what's correct. You say, hey, you're engaged. I'm a man of God. Good luck. We're done. End.
Technically speaking, actually, this is what I did, but I was like explaining what was in my head, word for word, what I mentioned.
The words, listen, the words are important, and I'm here to teach you. If you said,
Yes.
I respect this and that, you failed as a man.
Yes.
Why would I respect her and him when she was engaged to me? I want him dead and I want her in hell, first of all. However, since
Yes.
I'm a man of God, right? Because of that, judgment is not mine. If you fuck me over, vengeance is his, but we're done. And I don't want to respect her or him or you or him or that or anything. I don't even want to respect the book because respect is not that.
Yes.
Right? It's not that. So you've done great. I just gave you the more advanced chess game when you talk to women. Don't ever say to her, you respect her.
Yes.
Why would I respect her?
I didn't mention
What has she
that,
done?
what I mentioned, like word for word, is that I respect myself. No, let me actually get the text just a second.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Let's hear it. This is a game. This is what we do all day. This is my favorite part.
Yes.
Because it says a lot. When guys and
Okay,
girls
yeah.
talk, it says a lot.
Here's what I said. I just noticed that you got engaged. Since you are now engaged, I won't be able to text you again. So good luck. And then after that, the response honestly pissed me off. She said, I understand that from your culture, it's what's the word? I understand from your culture that you shouldn't talk to me when I'm engaged, but actually I am not yet engaged. This is just my boyfriend, between commas, just my boyfriend, okay? And we can still talk as friends. Then I replied with, no, I don't want that, and I don't see us as friends.
Yes.
So
good job. And you know what? See, you could thank Allah for removing that fucking devil out of your life like that.
Yes. But here's the problem. Here's the problem is that I kept questioning myself behind the reason why I want a woman, because I know myself. I don't necessarily need one. I just want one. Like I want her, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then that's when
you're in a great position, bro. You're in a great position. And for all the men watching, let me tell you, so far, since I've been doing this online live in the morning, you're the first man who's doing it right so far. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what. You are.
Thank
you are.
you.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what I see, and everybody can see it. You're actually a follower of a messenger from a God. It's not the Bible, but I know there's other gods. I know as clearly as I see my tattoos. Okay, so the God in the Quran is a very powerful God, extremely powerful, right? Yes, and you're a follower of that messenger of that God. Yes, beautiful. So all you got to do now is what you said. You don't need a woman. Okay. Now in the Bible, there's a passage that I think would also fit there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's check this out. He says, I found it. He says, therefore, no, this is from Matthew 6:31. He says, therefore, here, it's easier with this book. That's fine. He says, therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Talking about planning for tomorrow, okay? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? With what? Listen to this. For all these things do the Gentiles seek? Gentiles in the Quran would be people that are not followers of Allah. Okay. For your heavenly Father, in this case, it would be Allah. Okay. For your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Then watch. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, which is what you're doing. Now, here's what's important. Ready? And all these things shall be added onto you. Added onto you. And you see, when it was wrong, God removed her and showed you her true colors, right? I see your true colors shining through. Okay, so now you do what you're doing. Continue to follow the messenger as perfectly as you can. And when a woman is added to you, it'll be right. And if it's not, it's there to show you more. So you just keep, you took all the steps, right? You went, whoa. All right. That was great. You see the difference between a guy who knows, right? And it's fine if he doesn't follow the Bible. Because one day he might hit a certain point and I'll say, look, right? I don't know the Quran, but I want to know it. But I can tell you this one will free you. However, I do know that the Allah is extremely powerful. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't fuck with them. Not at all, dude. You don't fuck with gods, right? It's like you don't go in the jungle and wrestle a bear either. You're not made for that. But you have a creator also. I don't know I don't even know if I was created by this God in the Bible. I don't know that. But I do know that I have free will enough to make a choice and follow, right? And I will always follow what's right. And I will follow the God who provides me with exactly what I want. But it makes sense to me, right? If God is my father and he's my creator, right? Then he's going to give me what I want if I'm a good fucking son. And he has. And they all did. As a Rashdi Bazaar, all of them, whoever I dealt with, from Indian gods to Japanese gods to Chinese gods to fucking everything I got, they all gave me something that was more than any other man. However, the God in the Bible, right, in my life, defeated all of them like that, right? So if I was doing martial arts and then I'm training for what, it's like 13, 14 years, or maybe more at the time, 18 years, right? And I'm a champion in Taekwondo. And then Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu comes around, and the UFC, they beat everybody. Now it's kind of stupid for me to not learn Jiu-Jitsu, right? If I want to be a warrior, if I want to be a fighter, okay. So for me, as I follow all the gods, right? And I apply their messengers, suddenly I have a revelation about the Bible. And the moment I start to follow that, right, this God in this book and his messenger are defeating every other God that I've ever tattooed on me, right? So whether he created me or not, he could adopt me. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm up for adoption. I don't give a fuck, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I want to follow right path, a God. I know I'm in hell. I know this place sucks. I know there's suffering. I know that I was suffering. I know other people are suffering. I don't want to do nothing else. Same thing goes for you. So I know Allah is extremely powerful. Okay. So if that path gives you peace and power and healing, keep going. If you go there and you get stuck, then talk to me. Okay. But keep going, bro. You look great, man. And then you need to, where you are in your life, I can teach you how to pick up women properly.
Cairo, Egypt.
No. I'm saying where you are in your spiritual work, right? As a man, I can teach you how to get beautiful women very easily because you have a foundation that's required for me to teach, right? So I have some guys here that have been going for a long time. They know a lot of stuff.
Sorry about that again. Just want to mention two things.
Yeah, go ahead.
So can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Right?
It's not International Ministers Council. It's International Ministers of Christ. It says it wrong on the bottom. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So two things that I want to mention. One thing is generally in regards to Islam, is that you cannot be a true Muslim unless you believe in all prophets sent by God and believe in the message
Yeah.
that God gave to them. Like I'm a Muslim, yes,
Makes sense.
that's true. But
Yeah.
I also believe in Jesus, peace be upon him, and I believe in his message that it was the word of
Yes.
God. I also
Thank you for that.
believe in Musa, which is the
Yeah.
messenger of Hebrews.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. These
so
books, they share the same characters. That's how I know these
Yeah.
gods are so powerful.
yes,
They share
yes,
the same
exactly.
characters, and then there's a diversion somewhere between them, right? But I see them as these very high-level beings that have the ability to create and destroy with their angels and just it's the same thing. And they're obvious. Look, let's say Yogi Chris and I have some kind of a disagreement, and he decides to go, right? Maybe some people will follow him, maybe some wouldn't, but he could still do IMC and get a following, right? And let's say then him and I shared some students and friends that would show up in both of the books, both of the stories. But let's say there was a diversion. He wanted to do that, I want to do this, right? And then a battle happens. So, okay, I see it like that because it looks like that. It is like that, right?
Yes.
And so the followers, which is us, right? At a time when the world really needs it, the true followers say, look, does your God want peace? So does mine. Healing? Yes. Your enemies destroyed, mine too. However, you're not my enemy just because you follow that book. At all. You get it? That not what? Believe in the fucking carpet. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Your belief is your belief. Like you said, here's my tattoos. Your belief is your belief. Now, your fruits, which is Jesus says, you're going to know the tree by its fruits. If the fruits are rotten, the tree's no good. Okay, your fruits is what I'm looking at. So before you, many men have come on, they've spoken this, they've spoken that, right? You were engaged, she went away. Look at your state of mind. Look how you texted. You see that? You and I were brothers no matter what you fucking believe. Is that nice?
I'm great. That it's a pleasure.
Okay, so if you and I can do this, then every Muslim and every follower of Christ can do this. They're not in disagreement.
Yes, exactly. It's like getting back to as you mentioned previously. I don't remember when, but I remember you mentioned something similar to this, which is getting back to the basics. So getting back to your innate nature, and basically the essence of everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally the essence of everything you are is what you were created for. But if you go seeking goals and purposes to get the girl or the money or the look, then you don't know what you were created for.
Yes,
but
exactly.
If you sit with God daily in prayer all the time, right? And let's say in the East, meditation all the time, doesn't matter, but connected to that, not to this.
A higher level, yeah.
Yeah, and you got it, bro. How old are you physically, body-wise?
Can you make a guess?
Yes, 26.
Oh, wow. Exactly right. On the spot. Yeah, 26.
Right. So 26 years old, you, man, really? Like from the bottom of my heart, I wish you would move to Vegas and be one of the students here. If you have nothing to do, I'm not kidding, bro. If you have nothing else to do and you can get a job anywhere, if you come here, we'll help you settle here and then we can study. Because that's all we're doing. We're just seeking God, nothing else, bro.
Yeah, I would be so honored.
I have another Muslim brother who's a student, very high level guy. And I'm looking for all the religions, but I'm looking for the people who are true followers. I want them on the council with me. Get it? Right now it's International Ministers of Christ. One day it'll be International Ministers Council. And that will represent all the gods.
Yes.
But people will show up and watch you and I and me and him and different gods represented it. Dialogue. And we through us will demonstrate at least one thing, that if there's any wars being fought over the books, it can't be true. That's the
Yes.
very first thing we can do, right? Isn't that amazing?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'm
Now
mind blown at that.
you know that the Quran has helped you in life, yes?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Perfect. I know the Bible has helped me, and I know the Quran's helped you. Perfect. That's it. You are in position now to do. You're right. You don't need a wife, bro. Okay, but should a wife be needed if you're doing your work? Allah will provide that wife and 4 more if that's what it is. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. You know how it goes.
Please, if you don't mind, I'm sorry to interrupt you on that point, but I just
Mhm.
want to highlight, like we have a saying in Arabic. I'll translate it after I say it.
Can you say it in
goes like,
Arabic first? Can you say it
Yes,
in
yes.
Arabic first? Then don't
It
translate. I
goes,
just want to hear it.
اللؤى نصيب.
One more time.
meeting
One more time. No, don't say it in
اللؤى
English. I just want to hear it a few times. I like the language. One more time.
اللؤى نصيب. اللؤى
Alua
نصيب.
nasi.
Yes,
Alua
and
nasi.
let me like explain what this means, please.
Or did I say it right? Alua nasim.
Yes, yes, actually, that's quite good. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead now.
It means that meeting people and knowing people is actually a destiny. Like it's
Yes.
you don't like random people. Everybody you meet for a reason.
Look at
And-
this.
and-
Look at this. Look at this right now.
Fine. Yes,
Right?
yes, exactly.
What did you watch? Did you watch a YouTube video of mine at some point, or how did you first see me?
Actually, the way I found you was hilarious. It was like, I think 2 to 3 years ago, I was scrolling through YouTube, and then I found a
Yeah.
video of you speaking in regards to how to like speak and interact with women, because I wasn't
Yeah.
that experienced, to be honest.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, the
Yeah.
idea
You've been honest the
that
whole time. So, you know, a man of God
Yeah.
is always honest.
yes, the ideas
But I
that
get
you
that
share
because I have to
actually
speak like that too, because everybody else doesn't get that you don't lie. Do you lie?
what did you say?
Do you lie as a man? Do you lie? Do you tell lies?
No, I can't.
You don't, right? On nothing, right?
Yes.
All right. If there's a woman online right now and you want a good man, that's him. Whoever's watching. No, hold on. I'm not kidding. And I will make him one of the best looking men on the planet. All right. So if you want him, you let me know. All right. That I will make you one of the sexiest men that ever lived. I can do that. I want to do that. I'm sitting with a gift, passing it on here, and I'm holding it on because you don't lie, do you?
No, I don't. No.
God bless you, man. Damn. Finally, a fucking
But,
man.
Like honestly
Shit.
speaking with you, I don't think that you know you are like, what's the word? I don't think that I necessarily need to be like sexy or like good
No,
looking.
you don't. You
Because
don't.
what's
You're right.
that you be like a man in the essence, or like the true
I
meaning.
know. I'm saying that for the girls. Because you don't worry about it. You listen. You got it, bro. You got it. You showed up today to show everybody what a man is. Okay?
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me.
Yeah. Now listen. My gift from the Lord is this. As you can see, if you've been following me, I have a gift of taking in the story Eve that she bit the apple. I've been given the language somehow to find after she bit the apple. I can see when the man speaks in the sentences of her. I can hear it. I can also hear, like I did in you, when he speaks the sentence of God, right? When these two cross like this and they go in conflict, this is where shit gets fucked up. So for you, being a man of God, being a real man, listen, you still unknowingly, because that's the gift I have, right? Let's say you have the gift of medicine. You would be able to do things with medicine that I can't do. So the gift is this for me. You still have these tiny, you know what a jinn, you know what a jinn is?
A what?
Jinn.
It's equivalent to another word in Arabic, but I don't.
What is the Arabic word?
It's like something like the devil or something like that.
How do you say the Arabic word?
Jinn.
Jinn?
Yeah.
Like a
Without
ja, jinn?
like J-N. J-I-N.
Jinn.
Yes.
Right. So you know what a jinn is, right?
Yes.
Evil spirit. Good.
Yes.
By the way, the word genie is that, just so you guys know. Genies are evil spirits. All right.
Yeah.
That's why they're trapped. They give you 3 wishes and there's a whole thing, right? And whoever has the lamp gets the wish. That's not righteous, right?
Yeah.
Jafar could get it, Aladdin could get it, and they're both bitches, anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
Aladdin's a bitch. So you have jinns that are temporarily coming in and out. And I'll tell you, those jinns are in my world, and what I do, they come from the woman still. Right? You have enough words. A word is a spell, counter spell. You have enough words to not let her damage, but there's not enough words for her not to seep in. Right? And a man of God who's distracted by the woman is distracted still. It's a battle. So that is what's making you, as a man, not be a true man.
Yes.
Okay? And those things I know how to fix. And when I say you becoming sexy and all that, your voice will change, your demeanor would change, your rhythm would, because you've made these tiny little contracts through your mother, through teachers, through being polite to a bitch you shouldn't be polite to, through you know what I mean? Every time you were unrighteous and you did not handle according to the messenger, according to God, right? You allowed one jinn to at least temporarily have space. Not maybe residence like a lot of people, because you're constantly with Allah. So it's not gonna be able to stick.
Yes,
but
yes, exactly.
It's annoying enough where it would be like you have a beautiful house, right? It's not huge, but it's what you want, right? You're comfortable in it, you get along in it. And then right outside, every once in a while, at 6 a.m., they're fist in the street, right? Or the neighbor's dog. And you're like, okay, like I can handle it. That's fine. But this is not necessary. Something is wrong in this neighborhood. In your neighborhood, internally, there's residents around in the houses, just waiting to burn down your house if you fuck up, ready to throw you a prostitute if you fuck up, ready to just, and you know, you tend to your garden, you pray so your house is protected. But there are times when guests come into your house, friends, that will be dialogue with friends, right? That those guests come in and they dirty the place. Right? So you got to go in deep prayer after that if you do it right. You got to really, like I got to do that all day, okay? I got to go in deep, deep prayer. However, it's the most, it's the most fun and blissful and powerful experience I experienced in my whole day. And I experienced miracle after miracle. There's a miracle, miracle after miracle after miracle. But when I'm in prayer, it's even better than that. You get what I'm saying? It's like taking that warm shower with the perfect fucking water and you don't want to get out, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta do more. You gotta do more of that. And one more thing I want to tell you about prayer that I discovered. Allah, is it true or not? I don't know. Is it true that Allah knows all your thoughts and all your feelings without you having to tell him?
Yes.
So when you pray, it's really important for everybody. I know how to pray properly because that's what it is, man. I know how to pray. When you pray, it's very important to start with that. Start with Allah, whoever. You already know what's in here. And you already know what's in here.
Yes,
I don't need to ask for anything.
Yes,
now,
yes, exactly. Yes, yes.
Now, once I know that, I know he already knows. Now I can speak as a son to a father. He already knows. I knew you were 26 years old. I know a lot of things about you, okay? It's just a gift I have. But here's the thing. He knows now, but I still need to tell him. Why? Because telling him relieves it out of my soul. He's listening, right?
Yes.
Now I don't say this. Bring the girlfriend back. I don't say, give me a better car. I hope I have money. I just go, you know what's here. You know what's here. And then I go, if I'm unrighteous, please clean it. You know, so first I clean. You with me still? First, this is how you pray.
Yes.
First I clean. And I know he sees it all. Good. Now, here's my issue. Okay. I'm about to step out, let's say, into the night, and I don't feel like I have an armor on. Right? Now, I know you protect me, but I want you to know I'm stepping out feeling like I don't have an armor. And I always get an answer, right? And then that's where faith comes in. Then I say, what's on my little bracelet here, right? It's your will anyways. So if I have to go and completely fail tonight and be humiliated, arrested, or killed, then so be it, God. I'm not kidding.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So that's the prayer. Your version of it, and you will be so mighty because Allah is mighty, and He doesn't want to be misrepresented down here. That's blasphemy. That's a sin, right? To me, a sin is any separation from God. Now, if you're with God, congratulations. I can't tell you you're sinning. I cannot make that judgment on a man who's with God. If he decides to do something that I don't agree with, hey, how do you say alcohol in Arabic?
It's
How do you
quite
say it?
similar. Kahul
What?
or, but
Yeah,
if
how do you
if you want to say like how do I explain this? If you want to say like the actual like kind of the beverages or all of like the kind of the alcohol drinks, you
Yeah.
go with a more general term, which is khumur. But the sound the kha does not exist in English language, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for you.
What about the word alcohol? I heard it comes from Arabic, right? What is the Arabic version of alcohol?
The same thing, kahul, yeah.
Can you say it like clearly and loud? The sound of it I really like. What?
Just a second.
Say it again.
Kahul,
Say it again.
kahul,
I say stop.
kahul,
Again, so keep saying it.
kahul, kahul, kahul,
Kohol? Kohol?
Yes, yes.
Kohol? Kohol?
Yeah, yeah.
Kohol.
Yes,
What is
perfect.
it?
Yes.
Does that have a meaning? Kohol.
I don't remember the exact meaning, but it meant something like how do I explain this? It meant something like it was deprived from another word that's equivalent in the meaning of illusionary or not real, something like that.
And what's that other word it comes from? How do you say that one?
مغيبات.
Mughayibad.
Yes, that's actually good pronunciation. Yeah,
Can you say it
مغيبات.
again? What?
مغيب.
Mughayibad. And that
Yes.
means it's an illusion, it's not real?
Yes, things that creates like illusions or creates unreal experience or mess up with your head in general. But if you don't mind, to interrupt you, if you don't mind, I really want to continue the conversation, but it's prayer time at the moment, so I will need to go. But again, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll make sure
Thank
to
you.
attend the other.
Hey, that was my favorite conversation in a long time, man. It was a pleasure, and it was an honor to speak to another son of God from another God.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Enjoy the time.
Dang, that was so great, man. Shoo. Okay, let's go full screen and just give 1 second for me. That's nice. So right now, for everybody, right now, I glorify God inside. What does that mean? That's just amazing to me, man. Right? That's just amazing to me. Do you guys understand that today is Wednesday morning at 11:30 a.m. here in Las Vegas, and we're on Earth, the year 2024, and two strangers just spoke like that. And I want you to measure the value of pure gold, spirit, versus right now, any conversation anywhere else. There may be other conversations like this other places, but there wouldn't be a better conversation than this any other place. It would be at this level. It could be a person in a hospital having a conversation about spirit and God, and that other person returning it like that, it would be beautiful. Same thing though, it would still be the same thing. I want to show you something. This is one of the students here. He's now a disciple, which means what? He's seen the light, he's a man of God, and he went from being an insecure little boy as an adult. You guys got to see him, to a man. Not only that, his ability to know how to interact with women now is perfect. Perfect. And I'll tell you, I know it's perfect. Yet he's been trained incorrectly. It would be like a person finally, one of my girlfriends likes singing. Let's say she finally finds her voice, but she has shit in her mouth with diarrhea from her teacher telling her how to sing. So now she finds her voice, and as she's singing, the training prevents the voice. That's what's happening to the guy I'm about to show you something about, okay? I think you guys are gonna, did anybody get a video from Benny today? Oh man, this is so good. It's gonna blow your mind, guys. He's been on my mind. Hey, this is gonna blow your fucking mind.
So the question,
This is Benny's son. I don't think, yeah, he's not gonna mind. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this. I don't wanna go any closer. Yeah, can you do that? This is one of the disciples. He's known as Kokapelli, okay? Kokapelli, he's also a transporter here, which means what? Let's give this to Benny. Can you cut this for him? Starting now? What, right, I mean, a little bit back when I was talking about him. Let's send it to him right away. So there's one of the disciples here, and he's also responsible for setting up where we go every night, the transportation, us arriving, us getting into the club, us sitting down. That's his job. So he will transport between 10 to 15, sometimes 17 or more, depending, right? And I want you to know, he went from being a confused, nervous little guy to all that responsibility, and now he's visiting his son, and he sent me this video. This is unreal, man. This is one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. Check this out. Can you see it in there? All right. Ready, guys? This is Benny's son. So incredible. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to the, oh, man. I almost don't want to play it. It's so pure. Really, though. Hold on, everybody. Hold on tight. Buckle the fuck up. How's that? That's good. That's good, bro. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Listen to this. I'll play it twice.
so the question is, do you believe in God?
No, I believe in knowledge, but if you haven't known, that means I believe there's multiple gods. Because look at this entire universe, this world, other worlds. It could not have been created by just one being. It had to be a team effort. No matter how powerful, it had to be by a group, and that's what I believe in. I believe in the Greek mythology, but whatever, it could be whatever you think. Because really, we all have our own will to think how we want to think. Peace.
Wait, what? What was that? Let's hear that again. I agree with him 100%, and he's welcome to know Zeus and them, and I'll introduce Zeus to him. That's not a problem for me. Like I said, but this is a man of God. Now, if he, I'm going to put it up again, so let him read my tattoos. Now watch this. His father is a follower of Christ. His son has all the structure, right? And if Christ and this Lord is more powerful than Zeus, then I'm sure the son will go there naturally. But listen to this guy talk. Yeah.
So the question,
Do what? Yeah. Speaker. Well, it's going to come out. Yeah, here we go. Once again.
so the question is, do you believe in God?
No, I believe in Greek mythology, but if you haven't known, that means I believe in there's multiple gods. Because look at this entire universe. this world, other world, couldn't have been created by just one being. It had to be a team effort. No matter how powerful, it had to be by a group, and that's what I believe in. I believe in the Greek mythology, but whatever it could be, whatever you think, because really, we all have our own will to think how we want to think. Peace.
Dang. Around the nipples. That was amazing, huh? Dang, bro. And that kid is just being demolished by the mom and the school system. Dang. Imagine Benny had gone back before. His kid would have taught him. And he would have fucked up his kid, to be honest. That kid's smarter than the old Benny. That kid is smarter than the old Benny. But the new Benny can now be a father to that kid. Man, they must have, imagine having a kid like that and being able to have a conversation with him right now. His birthday's today or tomorrow, the kid. All right? You guys want to pitch in about 20 bucks or something? We get him something?
Oh, yeah.
All right, whoever can throw 20 bucks and then whatever's left, I might put more. We'll just send a wad of cash to the kid. Oh, this is great, right? I wonder what he'll buy with it. It won't be stupid. A kid like that won't buy something stupid. If he's given a big money, I wonder what he'll do. I wonder if he'll give it. Let's see. Let's see what happens, right? Like a kid like that deserves $1,000 on his birthday. Probably gonna go read Greek mythology, right? Maybe get a telescope to look at the stars, or what's he gonna fucking go do with that mindset? Now that kid is in school right now, where kids are trying to go to the bathroom and get their dick sucked. He's gonna feel the pressure of being an uncool boy. Think about Greek mythology is real. You can't say that to a teacher, that's for sure. He knows something. This kid knows. How old is that kid to be talking with such confidence about, just look at it. I believe in gods. No matter how powerful you are, you couldn't do it all. He's so right. He is so right. Okay, moving on. 1132 right now. Thank you, TL. TL just sent $21 for the kid. Appreciate it. And I'll let him know. Okay. Anybody else online ready to go? This is so good today. Yesterday was shit. Today is great. Hey, Vargas.
Hey, how you doing?
You need one of those sounds. He got a fast spaceship too. He's got a different kind of spaceship, but it's hella fast. You gotta have a different sound. You gotta be like, zoom. Nah, that's ugly. Okay, what's up?
Okay, so I have a question. So it would
I'm gonna
be
have Gio answer this. I'm gonna have Gio answer this one first. Okay, ready, Gio? All right, let's see if he can do. If he satisfies the question for you. If not, I'll answer it. Okay.
so it's
All
gonna
right.
be a question, and then it's gonna be a follow-up question.
And then you're gonna sermon on it, right? Because you like to no, ask the question. Put me in the middle, bro. Come on.
So I mean, the first one is gonna be okay. So all right.
Yeah, it's okay. Keep
So
going.
remember, I saw like the short on the short on Instagram where you said the most quiet person, the most shyest guy is the most egotistical.
Correct. Unless he's a man of God, then I can't have anything to say about that.
So how would you
For
go
me,
about?
yeah, go ahead.
So
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
following
Gio was
question.
talking. Ask him the question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like the question was, you said that there were the most shyest, the guy who acts shy is the most egotistical in the room. But how would you go about solving that issue if a child grows up shy?
Fuck how a child grows up, bro. You're an adult. I'm sorry. You go ahead. I mean, like, because the thing is, that's what women do. You know how bad my past was? Yeah, it was terrible, I'm sure. It was so fucking bad that you didn't deserve it. Did you know that? Did you know that your past was just shit? Right? It was terrible. It was hell. Did you know you were in hell and you shouldn't expect anything more than that? Okay, you know that, lady? Now, that was your past, right? What's your present condition like? Oh, because of my past. So first of all the men, you have to get rid of the idea that you grew up a certain way, okay? Because Benny didn't have to handle his past. He just had to see the light. Gio didn't have to handle his past. He just had to see the light. Octavio didn't have to handle his past. He just had to see the light, right? So that's that. But Gio, go ahead and talk about this.
Yeah, first response is going to be the child. You're asking about a child. Are you asking about you or are you asking about someone else?
Great question.
It's about it was just a critical question, a critical thinking question based on the video on the internet of the egotistical man. It wasn't about me.
Who was it about then?
Yeah, who's the child? What's you're the one asking about the child. Who's the child, bro?
The child is the hypothetical child and just created in my head.
Why would you want a hypothetical question answered? Like I could answer hypothetically that fish, when they go to the shallow water, they have some kind of sense that tells them it's shallow, but who gives a fuck? So what were you trying to solve with that answer is what Gio is asking you. Whose problem were you trying to solve?
It's just
because we know you as a shy, quiet guy. So if we assume you're asking about yourself because you're the quiet, shy guy and you're asking about that. So our logic is clear. And if it's not you, then it's hypothetical. We have a hard time believing it's not you right now, you and I. Gio?
Right.
So that's where we are. We don't believe it's not you, but it could be not you. We could be wrong.
In my head, before I thought about that question, when I created that question in my head, myself came up, but then I convinced myself it wasn't going to be about me. It was going to be about
who convinced you in your head it wasn't about you?
My thoughts.
Who started talking to you and said, well, it's really not about you? Because you heard that, right?
Yeah.
You said, I convinced myself. So that's a demon.
Okay.
So now let's talk about you. Go ahead, Gio. Let's just say hypothetically, he's asking about himself now. Let's try that. It's not about you, but hypothetically, it's about you. Because other men have the same question too. Go ahead.
Yeah. So since you're asking about you, the child, first, just it comes back to what we said earlier, that you're not supposed to handle your past. What happened with you in the past as a child,
forgive those people. To be free of people's bullshit, you got to forgive them. Otherwise, you hold on to it to prove that they did you wrong. That's why forgiveness is so powerful. One of the reasons, okay, that I experience as an energy guy is that when you don't forgive, you hold on to something to make sure of two things. One, that you don't get hurt like that again by those people. So you want to hold on to it in case she, snatches her phone when you go reach for it. Oh, I've been hurt like that before. So one reason we don't forgive is we don't want to be hurt again, right? A guy gets cheated on. He doesn't want to forgive because if he forgives, it could happen again, right? Excuse me. So that's one reason. The second reason we don't forgive is because that person, when they see us, we want them to know that they hurt us. We want them to know that that action was wrong. So we don't forgive because if we forgive, then they, in quotes, get away with it. No, when you forgive, right, they get away from you and they're left with it. When you hold on, they give the burden to you and you carry the burden with them. Okay? That's what I have to say about that. Back to Gio. I love this conversation.
Yeah, man, that goes back to it. Do you see yourself as a shy guy? Or do you see yourself that way?
Like when I see myself, I'm not shy. I don't have enough words. Like I don't have the words. I'm a man of less words. Like I would say, but I'm not shy.
But that's okay. I was talking about shy. So for example, Ambu, right?
Yeah.
Ambu doesn't talk too much, okay? Around, like, in comparison to other people here. But it showed up yesterday. We're talking about somebody else. I don't know who it was. I think it was Zay. And somebody else was doing the observation. And the observation was, they said, Ambu is also quiet, but it's different. And I said, because when Ambu speaks, right, he is speaking with certainty, right? And so he doesn't say much, but that's why his name is Ambu. He's a special kind of ninja, right? So you might be that reconnaissance fucking guy or not, but you would know that. You don't want to lie to yourself. So if you're that and you don't have anything to say, you don't have anything to say. But when you say it, it's the right time, the right place, and profound enough to be heard, right? Don't feel an obligation to speak because I said a shy guy is egotistical. A shy guy, not a man who doesn't have anything to say right now. If you're not shy and you could speak whenever, which it looks like you can, then that is not your condition. Even if you were called shy. You get it? Shy guy, and let me explain what shy, well, let's see what the dictionary says about it. What's the definition of shy?
Shy is a dated term. As a verb, it means fling or throw.
It says fling or throw. That's not it. Shy, being reserved or having or showing nervousness or timidity in the company of others. Yeah, to be shy is to be timid, reserved, and under threat in front of people. That guy, I'm saying, is egotistical. He's so important that he can't hear anybody. He doesn't. He's not comfortable to listen, and so he doesn't speak. But he likes the attention, even though he says he doesn't, or she. If they're completely ignored the whole night, they'll complain. But if someone said you're shy and talk to them, they're fed. You get it? The demon in them. So shy is a demon in there that makes people uncomfortable to be around other people, right? And then they pretend shyness, but it's actually they're scared, right? And if one is scared, then one is thinking about oneself and not others all the time. It doesn't make sense. You can't pet the dog because you're afraid of getting bit. You can't say, I love dogs or petting dogs, right? That's a shy guy. And he can say, I've been that guy, I had a phobia of dogs, right? I still don't pet a dog, I don't know. All right. But what I'm saying is, when I had that problem, I had a lot of words that would hide this idea, which is I am afraid of getting bit by that dog. And everybody around me could feel it. I could feel they could feel it, right? Because I would be like kind of jumpy and you know how it goes, dude. Right? It's fucking ugly. So that's the shy guy is actually worried about himself so much. And that's why he's egotistical, because he's worried about himself so much in that moment. And when you're in public, you shouldn't worry about yourself, right? You're being around other people. By yourself, you can be shy all day. Nobody gives a fuck. But shyness doesn't apply when you're by oneself. Why is one shy around people? Yeah, what's going on? Why can't you talk? Why are you so reserved? What are you going to say if you speak? Are you dumbass? Maybe you're a dumbass, right? Dumb people shouldn't speak. Maybe you're evil. Maybe if 1,000 reasons why I don't have to watch what I say. They have to watch what they say. And all those reasons, I can't come up with a good one unless I'm withholding my tongue because I don't want to injure somebody. Cool. It's none of my business. It's none of my business, right? But I'm not shy about it. And if I'm pressed, which I am sometimes, I'll say, are you sure you want to go there? All right, well, then here's what it is. Okay? You're not shy, bro. Fuck that shit.
Thank you.
You're all over the place. You talk all the time on live. You show your face. Yeah, I've seen you talk to girls. You in here. You're not. Just get rid of it. You're not shy. Just like Gio's not lusty. It's over. Okay. Don't fuck with it anymore. You're done with that. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're not shy. All right. Moving on. Or we can all go to a therapist and therapize about being shy and see what we come up with. Can you imagine that conversation with somebody who's helping you with shyness, right? Or I can give you some NLP techniques. Next time you're shy, I want you to sit there and do this, or hypnosis, or mantras. Like I can give you 1,000 things and you would still be fucked up. But the fact of the matter is you are by observation, not shy. So you should now be able to see shy people as not you. And you'll be able to see it now. They're not like you. You're just quiet. Okay? Because there's nothing to say. And when it's time to speak, I've heard you talk so much where I'm trying to eat, I had to stop eating and watch you talk in the kitchen. It's like, this motherfucker is like 1:30 a.m. Remember when we got back? Yeah. And you were glowing? You were like, this happened? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get to sleep. Right? You're not shy. Go ahead. You're like a bold asshole. Which is nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. Yeah, that's a comment. Yeah, exactly. You've been trying to handle your shyness. Fuck that demon. Shit it out right after this. Okay. All right. Well, we have nobody else. All right, we'll go on here. No new girls that want to talk? The redhead? Who's that? I've spoken to you before here, Rosie. Oh, there's a question here actually from a girl. Oh, I have a song for you, Vargas, Armando. Ready? Here's your song, bro. Listen to it at the break. Your song, bro. Can they hear it? Or...
No, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Can you hear it?
No, it's in invisible music. It can't really doesn't go through the audio.
It's too loud.
Because Zoom, they can hear my voice. What about now? Wait, you guys can't hear the music right now?
I can hear the
No,
lyrics,
you
like
can't
the
hear
lyrics, but not the
But
not
you
the
can,
instrument.
you can hear the song?
Just the well, not right now, no, but the lyrics was like very faint.
But
And
you
then I
can hear
couldn't
the
hear
music. I don't understand that.
No, no. I could hear the lyrics, but it's very it's like very blurry.
I don't understand that.
That's how Zoom works. Too loud.
But it's not too loud. It's not too loud. You're saying too loud as in volume. I turn it down. So it's not that. Right? Am I wrong? It's not too loud. So it can't be that. Why is the music not good? How about this? From the phone.
You could probably send me the name and
Oh, no, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's about why is the music not going on? Because the music is a big part of what I do here. You hear this?
no, I can't hear it.
All right, listen. One of my girlfriends says you have to connect the music through the Zoom call. What does that mean? Someone walk us through this. But then why is my voice getting through though? Why is my voice getting through?
Next level AI right there.
I don't understand. No,
It's
but
the way
really,
the
though,
microphones are set up.
what?
So if you want to share a screen, there's a share button, whoever's controlling it. And that's how
Yeah.
you would share it via YouTube or Spotify.
But why is it that when I speak in this versus this, why can you hear me and not hear that?
I would assume it's because that's how the mic is set up. It's not designed for music.
What does that mean? How does that make sense to you guys? Hannah says it doesn't stream music. What does that mean? Because it's got a rhythm?
Maybe
It
it's
picks up a
protected. Like
rhythm?
maybe it has an algorithm that detects it and doesn't play music or to I don't know.
All right, I have a link I'm going to send to you. They sent to me. Let's see. I mean, if it makes sense to you, that's fine. But it yet doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to send this link to Zay and see if this.
There's also
Man, you
a
guys
set.
like some music?
There's a setting, and it takes away any music or feedback. So
How does it know that I'm not singing some shitty song? And
well,
what if
every time you sing, it also cuts out. So it's not just music playing. Like if you start singing loud, it just doesn't transfer.
some kind of AI program?
I don't know about that.
That's
Probably.
It's like a setting.
okay. That's pretty advanced setting. So,
Filter.
all right, check this out, okay? I know. Now, girlfriend says it's programmed. You guys are just using words that don't make fucking sense to you. How is it programmed so advanced to be able to pick that up? And why is it so fucking important on Zoom? You're not getting it. Right? Oh, it's so cool. And the fucking clouds are precipitation, right? And the galaxy's made of. Does that tell you anything now? You figured it out? Oh, weirdos. Hold on. What is this? Now I want to fucking just do it. Ready? I don't want no fly guy. I just want a shy guy. That's what I want. You know what I want? Yeah. Oh Lord, have mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh man, them in the party. Behold them sexy, sexy, sexy. Which them just a follow me, follow me, follow me. Everywhere we go, demand them, rush me. Yes, a whole what the fuck language is this talking? Basically, she wants a shy guy, she says, right? So guys will hear that and go, you to be shy. Hot girls like shy guys. No girl likes a shy guy, bro. Unless she's a stripper and she wants his money. Why are you sitting by yourself? You're not having fun? Well, I would have more fun with some titties in my mouth. Oh, you want to go in the back? Yeah, I do. But I'm shy. It's okay. I like shy guys. I thought so, bitch. Move on. All right. All right, moving on. No music. You guys are missing all music in the beginning. Let's see if we can fix it tomorrow. The music is a big part of what we do. Okay. All right. Armando Vargas. Moving on to, it's 11:51. So we're going to end it. Let's talk here. Is there anything to say? All right. So the guys, we all went out last night. So the guys had a great night. Okay. How do you feel today, Sultan?
Yeah, Mike.
Testing, can you hear me? Okay, cool.
How do you feel today?
Feel different person.
Yeah, I describe it. Every day you're gonna change. Better, you know?
Yeah. Well, day 2 of being ugly. So.
Oh yeah, you were ugly last
Man, I was ugly as fuck.
How was it?
I was the ugliest person in the class.
How was it? No, I was the ugliest person.
I don't know, man.
I'm going for that.
I don't know, man. It might have been a
I'm
tie.
gonna start farting now.
Tie on that one.
I'm gonna try to top that.
It was
was it liberating?
Yeah, it was. And it was like who I really am. It wasn't.
Yeah, you got uglier today, so it should be easier.
I did.
You're so ugly today. It was hard to look at you,
bro.
I was like, that motherfucker like I'm fucking just gross.
That's what I
Big nose, ugly fucking.
That's what I said. But I
don't sit next to me.
I said to the chick last night.
Yeah, it's not liberating though. Keep being ugly.
Yeah.
Keep being ugly.
It was that, and then also just a lot of the language that you were speaking last night.
Oh yeah.
Like saying that. Fuck, like yeah, like you said, it took so much, man. It took so much faith to say those words.
Thank you.
And
you have to have faith also in that moment in the teacher. That's very important to me. I'll tell you why. Because I'm doing it 100%. Right? So if he has faith in me and he fails, the consequences could be heavy with the language we're using. And that? So he's on trial, I'm on trial.
Yeah, and it goes like there's so many levels to that because first when I was saying these things.
Yeah, and don't repeat anything.
Yeah, I definitely won't repeat it. When I was saying these things,
good answer.
I wasn't aware, like I was aware, I'm not unconscious, but I'm not thinking about the words because it wasn't the word, right? Like if someone's gonna keep the same thing I repeat.
They're gonna burn.
They're gonna, yeah.
I tell you what, you go tomorrow and do a ministry like this and use my words. You know, and I know it's about to be fucked up for you, right? The light protects itself. You just have to have faith to release the line of truth so it can just go and do its fucking work for you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then also while I'm speaking to her.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man, you got to be so clean because if you say what I said,
yeah,
you're gonna get fucked up, dude.
Oh yeah.
you're gonna get fucked up. I saw it afterwards. I was like, damn, the shit that I was saying, like,
Yes. Later on, when you think about it, it's trippy.
yeah, because I know I'm a good person, so I know like I would all the things that I said was not coming from. There's no evil or no darkness behind what I was saying. So I know somebody else that would say that, thinking that it's cool or like that they're trying to create an effect, and they're like a hot shot. They would you would get fucked up when you got home because you would go back and go through the interaction, like, holy shit, I can't believe I said that. That was fucked up that I said that. Like, yeah, because you had evil inside of you. And that was what was actually talking. It wasn't there wasn't a pure soul talking, or there wasn't a pure soul behind those words. So as I'm just looking back at it, it was, man, it like I feel like I got like inside, like got ripped apart, like something on the inside, like internally got like torn apart.
Exactly.
And
in a good way, by the way, he's saying.
yeah, it was yeah, like you said, it was liberating. It was like this is how like it should be.
Yep.
No, it's not even how it should be. It's just how it actually was before all the like knowledge and shit that came in.
You're a natural person.
Yeah.
You become first a natural being. That was my Genesis camp. Then we hit supernatural levels. And I'm supernatural right now. I am supernatural, guys. It's crazy to sit in front of the world and say that and go out and say that and ask people to test it for themselves and show it again and again and again and again, okay? And then to watch other men with the same potential to do this and greater and watch them struggle with things that are just so evil, destroying them, okay? We have a way out for you as men. I am engaged in the process of now rescuing the women, but that's my job. So now I'm getting that language to pass on, okay? And some people will get that language. It's my job to do that. Someone's got to help the girl, right? Who's going to do it? Andrew Tate? Who? Who in the world right now can handle women? Me. Okay? So someone's got to do it. There's hope for the woman because I'm here. And there's hope for her because you're here, whoever you are. Now, if you take it lightly, then you won't have the abilities I have. Guys, I tell you, I take this shit real seriously. Okay? And I think that's what's fun being around me. To be around someone who sincerely lives a certain life and doesn't compromise it. Okay? Now, if that life was somebody who considered himself a warrior for this book, sent to handle the worst things that book can bring, okay, I'm sincerely playing that game. Now what? Would you like to play with me? Right? It's better to have playmates. Now, in order for you to play with me in this game, I have to show you the rules I play with. They're in that book. Then I got to show you when you follow the rules, then the game of life that I play keeps forwarding more stories about the book that makes sense to me and the others. And then when you go out with the rest of the story that you have, when your personal story aligns with that story, right? And you are, really, you all are, but you recognize that you're in it and that you must have been created for a purpose, right? Then your life becomes perfect. In every way, becomes perfect. So that's available to everybody, okay? All right, I gotta go soon to share.
Final thing on that.
Yes.
I saw this girl when I was talking to her. Like she was actually calming down the way I was talking to her.
Exactly.
But it's a trick. Like if you heard what I said, you'd be like, no way.
Yes.
That's wrong. Like you shouldn't say that. Like,
Right.
Because she had a stress ball, right? She had this little stress ball thing. Because last time I saw her, she was like,
Yeah.
like hot, like she was fucking like nervous or whatever the fuck was going
Yeah.
on. And this time I realized she was like, oh yeah, I got my stress ball, so I don't do that anymore. And at some point, the stress ball was not there, like it was on the table, and she was not doing that anymore. She was just sitting there,
Yeah.
and not even talking actually.
Yeah.
She was feeding me, not talking.
Yep.
And that was the result
Just talking to her.
Yeah, what you've been teaching, and
Yep.
you know the thing with being ugly. Oh man, that is so profound.
For you,
Yeah.
each person
Yeah.
has their own lock. I gave Yogi Chris one yesterday. If it's not handled with Fernando and Sultan, it needs to be handled. If he wants to move forward in it. Otherwise, it's not available to him. It's end of story. I'm telling you guys, I know what I'm doing. Each person has a lock. Many of them. Once I see it, I'll say it. If I'm wrong, you correct me. But if there's other witnesses in the room and they don't agree with you and they agree with me, first convince those people because it's more visible than you think. You understand? It's invisible to you guys. You're blinded by your own thing, but everybody else can see it. Now, everybody else can be wrong. Okay? So far, in our experiment of the last 3 months, that has never happened, just so you know. We do this experiment every day. We have not so far been wrong in our observation of something that was hidden by another person, no matter how deep it was. Okay? And there's been times where I had to let it go just to let the story move forward and not let it get personal. Let it go forward. Okay? But we've not been wrong yet. And for him, it was a very clear command. You are ugly and be uglier. Find out how fucking ugly you are. And it was liberating. We have to go. So I have to stop you on this, okay? Gio, for him, the lock was you need to go get drunk and have so much lust in the strip club. What? Yeah, I'm not going to say that to him or him or him. That's him, right? And that unlocked it for him. Good. I'm a great teacher. I know what I'm doing. But if you agree with me, then I'm probably wrong. It must be something you first disagree with. Otherwise, you would have fucking fixed it. And you go, yeah, but I already know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. If you knew it, 2 + 2 is 4. You would do 2 + 2 is 4. You know it's 4, but every time you're about to write 4, you add another equation in there that you don't tell me about. And you keep getting 4.5. And I go, how the fuck do you get 4.5? I know why. You're hiding something. Because clearly 6 of us in this room are running the same equation with you every time getting a number, you get a 0.2 in it. In order for that to happen, you must be adding or subtracting or multiplying or pick your fucking symbol to the equation some number that we don't know about. Isn't that so nice? There you go. That was today. See you guys at 5. Okay? All glory to God. That's it. Amen. Amen. Let's go. Moving on. Today is Wednesday. Let's cut me offline first.